Okay guys, let's climb this ladder and look for some parts. As I'm climbing here, I'm going to do a couple of shout outs of some people I want you guys to check out, and I'll give you the reasons why, and they better be good enough. No, I want you guys to go check out, and most of you do, but not enough of you do. I want you to go check out Tom Noble. There you go, Tom, I gave you a nice shout out. Tom is doing his 68 Camaro, and he's doing it the way, how do you say this without sounding insulting? The average person would do it in their own garage. Meaning, I'm not saying he's an average person, I don't mean it like that, meaning limited, hand tools, limited stuff. He shows you the trials and tribulations of all the crap parts that are built these days and how they don't fit right and how you gotta putz with them and cut them and bend them and make them fit, and all the headaches and all the things you promised, how nothing ever works out type of deal. Boy, that makes him sound like a moaner, but he's not. And, I guess stuff, or I don't know where that. I guess people that do this every day for a living or restore cars know that the panels aren't going to fit. But, when you open up a catalog and they say this fits that, and then you get it home and it's a half an inch wrong this way, half an inch that way, the line isn't crisp enough, or the line's in the wrong spot, or the gauge of the metal's wrong. There are people that are going to call you out on it, and there are people that have difficulties installing it because of that. And me, I always thought it should be noted when you're buying a part that it might not fit correctly. It's going to be short. Listen, we've already stamped out 20,000 of these, and every single one of them is missing a half an inch on the top corner, or every single one of them hangs too low, or the trunk drop-offs are wrong. But you know what? I think it's us, the buying public, that let these people get away with it because we can't find parts anywhere else. Me, I can't find parts anywhere, so. But if that was the case and those were the only parts I could find, I'd be a little pissed off about it. Okay, with that said, let's get a little higher up on the ladder. We're going up here to dig down some parts in this pile of shit. This pile of crap is coming down this weekend, and we're going to organize and put some shit up here and take down some shit we need. This has become a cluster of crap. And there's some things I need that are in the back. Okay, it sounds easy, but it's hard for me to get here with the wagon down on the ground. We're looking eye to eye with the AMX now, at least. What I need, and I'm not going to be able to get it all right now, is I need that tranny box. And you see that right there? See that rod sticking out at us? Okay, there's another rod sticking off to the side, but it's not that. But that rod right there, that's part of the bracketry that goes from the throttle valve. Okay, some people call it a kick down lever or whatever it is, but on a torque flight it's not a kick down anything. That goes to the throttle valve of the transmission, comes up, bolts the back of the head of an AMC, and then goes to the carburetor. So obviously I can't use one from Chrysler. And I saved it all these years, and now I need it. The part that goes up by the carburetor is what you see will probably have to be altered. I haven't altered one. Well, the battery went dead. It's a good thing anyway. But there is parts up there that I'm going to dig down. Some of the stuff is trash. No, not that wheel. But in the back, the bottom box, if anybody remembers this, I got a GM chrome alternator from UDizzy that I won during the contest. That is going on the AMX. That is going on the Concord project. We'll test it. If it doesn't work, I'll use the shell off it. Either or, it's going to go. I saved this box before I put it back up. This right here, besides that hood latch from a 66, is the clutch pedals, brake and clutch pedal, and a Z-bar for the American that I've had for 12 years. Now, if I could only find somebody that'll sell me a tranny setup for under $1,500, we'll have one in the car. With that, I grabbed those. Yes, I laid them nicely on the floor. Those are the original breathers to that setup, that scavenger setup that's on my car. I'm going to give those two breathers to Junior. I grabbed an AMC coil while I was up there. I grabbed, and I've been looking for this. a V8 distributor, obviously with the gear missing. The gears are always missing. This was from my 74 Hornet V8 car. I had a distributor with a Portronic setup in it, so I slipped that in there and I pulled this out as an assembly. It says Reman stamped on it. Remanufactured. Looks like it says 1987 on it. So what that means, who the hell knows? All I know is it worked, and I'm looking for a point distributor to fire up Junior's motor when we do it. Then we'll switch it over to the MSD, because I don't want any kind of issues when we're breaking in that engine. The gear issue is an AMC thing. We can talk about that at a later date. And the thing that I'm really looking for, and is getting harder to find because people won't let them go anymore, is this. This is a simple little rod setup that you say, oh yeah, you can make that. Oh yeah, I can make that. If I got plenty of time to figure it out. And that brings me to the next person I'm going to do a shout out on that has no videos up, but I'm going to give him a shout out anyway, because maybe if we go on his channel and start hounding the crap out of him, he will put some videos up and show his intelligence. And that's you, Chris Liberty. Okay, the Mopar man, as I call you now. We had parallel careers. We started at Mitsu about the same time. I think he was there a year longer than I was. He started a year earlier than me. And what's funny about it is our bosses were brothers at two different places, and the stores were probably good 25 miles apart, easy, I would think. 25 miles, maybe 20. I think I said that already. And we knew of each other. We went to school together. Never worked together until we both went to the same Toyota store. And that's a story in itself, how we both wound up there, but that's a different conversation. And we worked with each other for several years, and then he packed up and moved to Texas, leaving me behind with the Toyota crap. But with that said, see, that made me think here. We have this piece, that's all that matters. How this bolts on, if I remember right, that goes to the back of that cylinder head, and this goes down to one of the bolts on the bottom of the tranny down there. Because AMC has a full bell housing. So we definitely don't want to lose, whoops, that piece, or else we have more trouble. So, and then here's the piece that would actually go to the carburetor. I have another one of these, a little different. I have the one with the solid rod bar with the slit in it that's modified. So between the two of them, we'll get it to work out, because Junior's carburetor is going to be a slightly different spot, and it's going to be much higher. It's going to be a couple inches higher. So we will definitely have to alter it, come down and probably like that, because we're not going to alter this at all. And this will give me a chance to hook all this stuff up outside the car, make sure it's functional. Can't adjust it, but make sure it's functional. And we could do all the tweaking and crap like that outside the car. I also pulled down the transkit box for when I did mine. Now it's funny. This gets back to you, Tom. This has made me think of you again. I buy my stuff from Summit. Tom buys his stuff from Summit and Jegs. And there's a reason why, because of where he's located and paying tax. I can understand all that. And I always told him how good Summit service was and all that stuff. Well, Summit left me to hang. Let me reword that. Summit left me to hang a couple of weeks ago, and it kind of upset me on that Universal that I ordered. I ordered the Universal, and this is what I got. Do you see the handprints on it already? Do I have to go any further to show you that? I'm not even going to get my hands dirty. Okay, I'm going to make this quick before the battery dies again. So basically the bottom line, Tom, is this kit is being sold by everybody, Summit, everybody, for $313. Okay? Except for Jegs. Jegs is selling it on sale now till the end of the month for $249. 63 bucks is a shitload of money to save. So, but to say it again, when I received this, it wasn't the correct brand. Some company out in Illinois or somebody like that, some dry shaft people, was selling their product. That's what was supposed to come. That wasn't the right brand, and it was used. Meaning somebody pressed it in and pressed it back out. Doesn't look like it was ever used, but it was definitely handled. And I immediately called them on the phone, and they told me that I could ship it back. To just read everything on the label, and the bottom line was I was going to be responsible for the shipping to my house, and they were going to take the shipping of sending it back off the credit I was going to get for the part. So by the time I did that, it was better to just leave it here and lose like $9 after you do all the calculations, and buy this stuff here from Jegs. And when I opened up the box, this is what I found. Blast from the past, guys. These are the bottoms of my original fenders that were on this car when I altered the wheelbase, but only cut the bottoms of the fenders off the first time. So it's a long time ago. I saved the pieces in case I ever needed them, because I saved the fenders. So with that said, in here I have a bunch of hard parts. I got a pan. I got 2 of those drums in there. One's no good, I could show you, unless I chucked it that day the last time. And whatever. So we're gonna call it. We did good. We got this down. We got the stuff I was looking for. This was key. Even though this is cheap to get, that was key. I know what that alternator is. It's just too big of a job right now to get it down. I need a second hand to get that alternator down. I found the old Harbor Freight cordless drill. Charge it for about 2 minutes. It works. So we gave it a full discharge. We'll charge it back up, see if this thing works. Got nothing to lose. So that's it, guys. I am running out of time on the camera. Everybody have a good night. Glad to see the videos coming back. I'm glad to see you making videos, Darren.